Some taxi passengers say they're being ripped off by unmetered taxis charging excessive fares. Taxis are no longer required to have meters, and there are claims some drivers are taking advantage of that by charging people twice what a normal fare should be. James Fleury reports.
Normally a trip from the Wellington ferry terminal to Island Bay would cost Caroline Cullen $40, but her latest trip was far more than that.
I literally jumped into the first taxi that was actually there on the ferry stand, so jumped into it, never thought anything about it, and they didn't have a meter on, and so by the time we got here it was like $60.
Caroline's case isn't isolated. One Wellington man had to pay $80 for a trip home from the airport in an unmetered taxi, a journey that's usually less than $40. And a couple in Auckland were charged $40 for a 500-metre trip. Dave Clymer from Wellington Combined Taxis says when the government changed the rules to accommodate rideshare in 2017, it turned the sector into the Wild West.
They gave the option to the taxis that they could either have a meter with a fare schedule, or they could just have no meter at all and negotiate the price.
The problem is some are not negotiating the price, rather announcing it at the end of the trip. Wellington Airport says while they do require all taxis at the airport to have a meter, they are aware of some cases slipping through the cracks. They say going forward they're going to be installing digital taxi screens to ensure that passengers are more aware of the costs before hopping in. Consumer NZ is encouraging passengers to ask about the fare up front.
So whether that's what the fare is going to be or how it's going to be calculated. So basically there shouldn't be any nasty surprises.
Wellington Combined Taxis says it has meters in all its cabs and wants the government to reintroduce rules requiring all taxis to do the same. In the meantime, Consumer NZ advises passengers to always note the name and the number of the taxi in case they want to make a complaint to the company.